Well guys, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I had this video completely planned out. I definitely thought at the start of my shift I was just gonna be doing a normal ride along. But it seems like every time I decide to do something like this, Doordash likes to throw a wrench into my plans and give me a huge curveball into my shift. So as I was driving along tonight, I was making pretty decent money for a Wednesday, and then all of a sudden, this happens. Okay, seriously, what is going on? What? Seriously? What? Come on, Doordash. Really? Really? Now you might be wondering, well, what does that even mean? What are you so worked up about? Well, I guess I should take you to the beginning of the shift, and we can go from there. What's up guys, my name is Blake Moore, welcome to More Finance, and today we are just doing a dinner shift kind of ride along vlog thingy. I'm not sure, but I'm taking you along with me on the dinner shift that I'm doing. It is 6 o'clock right now. We're gonna go for like 3 hours or something like that, and I'm not accepting every single order anymore. I'm going to show you guys the ones I'm declining. I'm going to show you guys every single order that I receive and the ones that I'm taking. So with that said, make sure you guys hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. Don't hit it otherwise. I think that would be common sense, but you never know. I don't want to be like out here begging you guys if you don't enjoy my content. So only hit it if you enjoy it. I understand if you want to wait till the end of the video, because then you'll actually know if you enjoy my content. And anyways, let's get going. Honestly, let me get my phone out. Like, sheesh. I just barely filled up my tank of gas, and I actually just got this body armor because for some reason, when I'm out dashing, I need something to sip on. So we now started our dash. Let's see what the night has in store for us. I'm honestly curious. I don't have to accept any order anymore. I was doing that comparison for the good versus bad ratings, and as we saw, the good ratings won out every single day. And so I'm curious to see if I start declining some orders now, if I'll start getting some bad ones, or if because my ratings are still good, if the ones I'll decline are just really like ones that I don't necessarily want to accept. So I'll check in with you guys once I get my first order, and yeah, let's see what happens. Alright guys, so as you saw, I just dropped off my first order. It was that $8 McDonald's order. And you guys might have saw it and were like, why the heck does he accept these orders? I've been getting a lot of comments lately, like, bro, you accept such bad orders. What the heck are you doing giving out advice? Like, these orders you take are crap, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I've seen it all. But you have to understand something when it comes to my market and a lot of other people's markets, that not every order I take would necessarily be one you take, and it still might be a really good order. Like that one, $8, and it's 6.9 miles. So a lot of you guys probably wouldn't take that order. In fact, comment down below if you wouldn't take that order. But for me, it took me 7 minutes to get there, and then 8 minutes to drive and drop it off. So 15 minutes to make $8, and I can still accept orders at the drop-off location. So I can still receive orders right now as I'm waiting, because I'm not out of my zone. Like, I can still get orders. So it took me 15 minutes to make $8. That means I'm on pace for a $30 hour. Now, I'm probably not going to hit a $30 hour, but that was a good order. $8 in 15 minutes. Now, some of you guys would never drive 6.9 miles, because if you're in a city and there's a lot of congested streets, traffic, different stuff like that, the speed limit is like, I don't know, 35 miles an hour maybe, then you're not going to accept that, especially if it's taking you out of your zone. But for me, those were all freeway miles, and I can still get orders at the drop-off location. So anyways, back onto the dash. Hopefully we get an order here pretty soon, because now we're 20 minutes into the shift. So I'm going to go drive over to a hotspot. We'll see what happens. Well guys, we just completed our first hour of the day and we made $25, so not a bad hour at all. That's pretty good. And I ended up declining 2 orders during that hour and accepting 3, so here are the 2 orders I declined. The payouts were good, but the miles were just way too long and it would have taken me out of my zone, so did not accept those. We are on our way into the second hour. Let's see what happens. Well guys, I'm not sure why, but it has slowed down quite a bit, to be honest with you. And I just had a dash that ended, so now I gotta restart another dash. But yeah, that last order was honestly pretty good. I love it when they're just ready right when you get there and you don't even have to wait for the order. That's pretty much how like all of these orders have been, except one McDonald's. So overall, great night so far. We are only halfway through. And yeah, let's see what happens once I get back to a hotspot and restart my dash. Well guys, it has become pretty freaking slow, which is kind of weird because it's not even 8 o'clock yet. But I did end up getting this order to Chick-fil-A, and the miles are definitely deceiving on this one. As you can see, it has my starting point way behind where I actually am. So this order is probably only about 2 miles, maybe 3, and it is a $6 payout. So hopefully we keep getting orders like this to close out the night, because that would be great. So that order actually ended up being $8, and we only had to drive 2 miles for it. So way better payout than what it showed on the order screen. And now we are going into the last hour, and I hope it picks up because it's honestly been pretty slow. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Well guys, those orders wrapped up my entire shift. I ended up going a little bit under 3 hours, but some crazy stuff was going on, honestly. Like, just some really weird stuff, especially with those last 3 orders. So I'm gonna go over exactly what was going on and show you guys everything, and also go into my finance breakdown for you, but I don't really want to do it in my car. So let's go back to the office and I'll explain everything then. So let's dive into order number 1, which was that Jamba Juice. And it was just all sorts of messed up, because if you guys look, it had me starting like super far away from where I actually was from the restaurant. So it wasn't even 3.4 miles. It was like 1 mile probably, or maybe not even that. Like, look how close I am to the restaurant, and look how close the restaurant is to the house. Like, it was probably less than a mile. And then the next order I get is this add-on for Cold Stone. And it's literally giving me probably 11, maybe 12 seconds to accept the order. As you guys can see, it's at 9 seconds and the bar is almost all the way full. So that was freaking weird. And then the very last order I got, that one to the Habit, same thing. Gave me like 10 seconds to accept the order. There's 5 seconds left and the bar is like over 65% of the way full still. So like, I was only getting like 12 seconds to accept these orders. And the weird thing was, I wasn't even getting notifications for these orders. If I didn't have my app open, then I wasn't receiving the notification. And so towards the end of my shift, I literally go to decline an order, and this is what I see. 49% acceptance rate is what I dropped to. So literally all those times I was telling you guys it was really slow, it wasn't slow. I was just not receiving the notifications for orders, and it was just declining them. So I declined probably 20, 25 orders without even me knowing it. Because for like 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time, I would get no orders. And I'd be like, what the heck is going on? And apparently I was getting orders the whole time, but it was just declining them for me because I wasn't receiving notifications. So that sucks, because now my acceptance rate has dropped that low, and I'm gonna have to bring it back all the way up to where it was and accept some bad orders and receive bad orders now to get it back up to where I want it to be. So that just sucks. I don't know why DoorDash is glitching again. I don't know what's going on, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I don't know what the heck is going on with DoorDash, but it needs to be fixed, because if I end up not being a top dasher again this next month because of glitches in the DoorDash app, oh, I'm gonna be mad. That's gonna be annoying when I've put in all this work to build up my ratings and then I get screwed because of their app. But anyways, enough on that. Let's get into the finance breakdown. And I wanted to go over 2 new metrics that I'm adding to the finance breakdown. And this would be California pay and Mississippi pay. You might be thinking like, why are you choosing 2 random states to compare your pay to? Well, the reason that is because California is the 2nd highest cost of living state in the US. The highest is Hawaii, but I figure I don't even know if they have DoorDash in Hawaii. So I'm going based off California. And then Mississippi has the lowest cost of living in the US. So I wanted to show you guys what my pay looks like compared to those states, so that if I was making this amount of money in Utah, it's the equivalent of making this much in California compared to making this much in Mississippi. And the way I got those numbers is every state actually has a metric of their cost of living. The average, I think, is like 100 is what the US bases it off of. And it's like a point system, and it takes a bunch of different things into account and then gives your certain state a point metric to base your cost of living off of. Oh, so the average is actually 104.63. And then Mississippi's cost index, I guess is what they call it, is 86.1. And then Utah's is 98.4. And then California's is 151.7. So basically what I did was took the ratio of the cost indexes and figured out that in California, the cost of living is 35% higher than what it is in Utah. And in Mississippi, the cost of living is 12% lower than what it is in Utah. And that's how I got the numbers that I'll be showing you guys in a second. So in total for the day, we made $61.75. I worked 2.75 hours, which means my hourly pay was $22.45. And now we're gonna go into that Cali pay and the Mississippi pay. So in California, my $22.45 is the equivalent to making $30.31 in California, and it's the equivalent of making $19.76 in Mississippi. So in total, we ended up driving 48.1 miles, which is actually pretty decent considering I was doing a lot of driving around, not receiving any orders. And that means our dollar per mile ratio was $1.28. Now for our gas expense, we spent $6.50, and if we're saving 5% of what we made for car repairs, then we're saving $3.08, which means our total expenses were $9.58, which means our total after expenses was $52.17, which means our real job or our hourly job pay is $18.97 per hour. Now onto the tax portion of things, we get a $26.94 tax deduction because we drove those 41.8 miles. And then the total we have to pay taxes on is $34.81. And if we save 30% of that, then we're saving away $10.44 towards taxes. So our total after everything, after all expenses, we made $41.73, which means our hourly profit was $15.17 per hour. So there you guys have it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I don't know what is going on with DoorDash, but hopefully it gets fixed pretty soon, because it honestly threw a huge wrench into my shift and threw a huge wrench into my plan to become a top dasher for next month, so I can make some top dasher content for you guys. But you know, we'll see what happens within the next week. Hopefully I can get those ratings back up and everything will be okay. Also, comment down below if you like me comparing my pay to the California and the Mississippi pay. I wanted to do that just because I always want to add stuff that's going to bring you guys more value. I figured comparing it to other markets and other states on where the cost of living is different would kind of help you guys gauge better on where your pay might fall in line with mine. So just leave a comment down below if you like that new information that I'll be providing in all my finance breakdowns. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. And if you want to see even more content from me, go check out my other channel, More Finance Reacts. I'm doing a giveaway over there. First 1,000 subscribers will be entered into a giveaway for $100. And also, if we get that channel to 1,000 subscribers by October 1st, then I'm letting you guys control this channel for an entire week. You guys will get to decide what videos I make. So if you want to be a part of either one of those, go check out that channel, go watch a couple of videos, let me know what you think, and subscribe over there. And as you guys know, you're the best subscribers in the entire world, and I'll see you guys next time.